I've just come into the high-end zone. Hey, there's Steph from the high-end zone. How are you today?
Good, thanks, Peter.
You have a great room. Now, we did a little walkthrough before I got the video out and ready to shoot, and the sound is outstanding.
Thank you so much.
You carry such good products. Can you give us a rundown of the products that you have currently set up in the room today?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have the Perfect 8 Point Mark III, the latest version of the Perfect 8 Point, which is a beautiful loudspeaker here. You can see it's made out of a very special glass. It looks like just normal glass, but it's actually a layer of glass, then a special damping material that's clear, and another layer of glass. And that's how they're able to make glass sound good, which is actually a very, very difficult thing to do. You can maybe see if you look from the edge how you've got that.
Look at that. Yeah,
damping material.
Right there in the center of the glass viewers, you can see it. And the material is also here. So when you tap on it, there is absolutely no ringing at all.
The speakers are assembled in Sweden. They actually have to get the glass from Germany because there's only one factory in Germany and none in Sweden that can reach the 1/10 of a millimeter tolerances that are necessary in order to have the glass line up and not get bubbles, not get air bubbles in between it. Which, one of the things about working with glass is it's obviously very revealing of the quality of everything inside the speaker. So everything has to be done just beautifully.
Well, they surely are stunning, and we have had lots of experience with Perfect 8. We think it's one of the best loudspeakers in the world today, and it's just it's great to have you guys represent them here. It's just super.
Thank you. Ever since I heard the Perfect 8 loudspeakers at CES almost 10 years ago, I've never heard another loudspeaker that captivates me musically as much as they do. So I've wanted to show with them for years, and I'm honored and delighted to be able to
That's
do
fantastic.
that
What else do we have in the
here.
system?
So we have the Ypsilon Alias Mark II products, which we Mark II monoblock amplifier here and over here. We had the US debut of those last year, and I would say they weren't quite broken in at this point. We've enjoyed them in our home for the year, and I would say they are now broken in and sounding even better. And then we have the Ypsilon PST 100 Mark II preamp. Here we have the Ypsilon DAC 100. This is the current model Ypsilon DAC, but they are just about to come out with a new one. They showed a prototype at Munich, which we'll have very shortly. It sounds like it would be amazing. I wish we could have gotten one here. And this is the Aurender A10, which is the new Aurender product, which includes a DAC. And the reason we have that is because it can play the MQA files available from Tidal. And there's very few DACs on the market yet that can play the MQA files. And so while our Ypsilon DAC is amazing, it doesn't play the MQA, and so that's why we have that. Here we have again the Aurender W20, the top of the line Aurender product. Of course, we got a great write-up in Part-Time Audiophile called "I Want My Aurender."
I love
last year,
That's great.
where the author just said, "I want that. I hope my wife will let me have it." You know that kind of story. That's a fantastic piece of gear.
What are you cabled up with?
We are cabled up with a lot of cables that Jonas made himself that are designed specifically to work well with the Perfect 8, and then with Wireworld cables. We appreciate the loan of the Wireworld cables.
Well, speaking of Jonas, Jonas from Perfect 8 just happens to be to my right, and would you please come on stage, sir?
Certainly.
It's an honor to have you and see you. How are you?
I'm fine, Peter. Good to be with you again.
It's great to see you. You guys are making a great team here at LAAS. The sound when we walked into the room really took my breath away. It was really spectacular.
Thank you. And I'm really happy that we're teaming up with Steph and High-End because the level of professionalism and competence that they bring to the table, and not to say the commitment they have to the show for me now and for the customers is just great. So I'm really happy to have Steph with me.
Well, I like having Steph too because he's enthusiastic in his love of music.
Yes.
And it's contagious.
It is,
You know,
and that's what it is. I'm in it for the love of the music as well.
Yeah, me too. We all are. And,
Yeah.
and when I met you, and I was knocked out by your enthusiasm. And in fact, when I filmed your room last year, I had goosebumps watching the video because you're so into it. You know exactly how to set these systems up. You know exactly how to guide people. And that's what people do need. They need guides.
Yeah,
So
thank you very much.
You're an outstanding guide, and you're an outstanding
Thank you,
manufacturer.
Peter. Thank you.
Well, thank you for inviting us into the room, and the best part of coming into a room is listening to music. Can we do some of that next?
Of
Sure,
course.
I'll put something on for you.
Thank you. Here we go. Wow. Well, I want to thank you for that demonstration. I play that track a lot. That's from the album Conversations. It's Vincent Belanger and Anne Besson.
That's great.
And it is, I've heard information in that track in this room I've not heard before. Now that is saying something because I come into these rooms and I listen to it and the microphones listen to it. And the microphones, I know they're going to be able to pick up the detail that my ears were able to pick up in here. And it sounded like they were in the room with us. And I never heard that piano run that Ann did at the end just quite that way, that with such finesse and beauty. This is perhaps the best sounding large room at the show. This is just a great room, you guys. Congratulations, you've knocked yourself out. And folks, look up Steph. He knows what he's doing, and Jonas does a fantastic job with these loudspeakers. I want to give you guys really a giant thumbs up. Great job.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I forgot to mention it, but the beautiful rack and the amp stands, those are also made by Jonas using the same technology.
No
that's in the
stuff. How about that?
loudspeakers. So I did forget that, but those stunning racks are also a great feature.
Well, congratulations to High End Zone, and congratulations to the partnership between Perfect 8 and High End Zone. You guys picked a good team.
Thank you, sir.
Yep.
Thank you very
Yep.
much.
Yep. Thank you, guys.